Hello everybody, Andy here. I thought I'd do myself a mailbag because I've just received a lot in one go. So I thought I'd do a quick video. So I received these a while ago and these are for an upcoming project. I've already been learning how to 3D print threads. That's all ready to go. These are going to be part of a soldering station, so I'm hoping some of the packages that arrive today are going to be the rest of them. So let's see what's in the first one, because I can't honestly remember what I've ordered. Fans, yes, these are 24-volt fans, so I've got 3 different sizes. These are 12-volt, 24 and 24. So I have a couple of 3D printers and I'm looking to upgrade the fans, and they are 24-volt fans, believe it or not. That's why I've ordered them. So yep, that should work out nicely. And if you can hear my printers just finishing in the background. Yes, these I'm hoping are going to be better bed clips for my Ender 5. So what I'm after is this little bit will just be on top of the bed. At the moment they've got the standard bulldog clips and they protrude, this distance onto the glass bed, and I've got a print coming up where I need every millimetre of the bed. So I haven't worked out whether I can put bulldog clips around in certain places, but I thought these are going to be nice and tight, and hopefully, if the printer head does catch it, if you don't work it out properly, the printer head would run over that. Rather, if you hit a bulldog clip, you're going to end up breaking something. So I'm pleased they have arrived. Yes, very good. So I've got a new project that I'm working on, and I am assembling bits. And this is a GPS board with an external antenna. Perfect. So this project is a photography mount for taking astrophotography. I'm following an open source project that allows you to mount a DSLR camera or any camera into this mount, and the mount has servos, or stepper motors I should say, stepper motors or the very small cheap stepper motors that drives it around. And this, I believe, gives you some extra automatic guidance setting up functionality. So yeah, if that works, I'll be really happy. This is turning out to be a good mailbag, being my first. Okay, let's continue. Gosh, I honestly don't remember. Yes. MPU 6050. So again, this is to do with the Astro Mount. So I got 3 of those. Why did I get 3? I don't remember. I suppose if you're going to order 1, they're quite cheap. I end up with 3. I can't remember what that does in the mount, but it's obviously detecting angles, because that's what that device does. Good. Another bigger one. Aha! Okay, these are meant to be gate drive belts, I believe. Going to be better quality than the ones that I have, but I have been pre-warned that the tooth profile is very slightly different. So I'm going to have to test that before I use it. Again, this is for the Astro mount as well as 3D printing mounts. I got 10 meters of the stuff, GT2 6mm. I'll have to do some testing on the tooth drivers that I've got to see whether it's the same profile. Excellent. Don't you like it when the mailman comes? Yes. So these are 3mm inserts for 3D printing. So you 3D print a hole at the right size, use a soldering iron, put a soldering tip on that, press it into the plastic, and it gives you a nice thread. Pleased about that. Not sure whether they're the best ones. There's a few different types, but none of my screws I'm ever going to have in 3D prints are going to be, you know, taking any weight. It's just for, you know, assembling parts and stop them falling apart, really. So happy about that. That's good. Bearings, I think. Probably for the Astro mount. Yes. Can't remember what size they are. Yeah. They go round nice and smooth. So, gonna have to get 3D printing. 6001 bearings. Ah, yes. Again, for the Astro mount, some TMC 229, 2209 steppers, drivers. Very good. With heatsink. Make sure the pins are straight. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Very nice. Look forward to making this project, but it's a few projects away until I get into this one. Yes, good. I've been waiting for these wheels. So I've got another project is a camera slider. I saw a very nice 3D printed camera gimbal or camera motorized mount. It's not really a gimbal. And I had to make it bigger because the guy made it to fit his camera and my camera's bigger. So I wasn't sure what slider I was going to put it on, but these obviously could be for the dolly for the mount, but I wanted to have some spare wheels because I've now got a 3D printer that uses the wheels, and more so I needed these offset nuts. Now these look poorer quality than the reality ones, but as long as they give the offset, that's fine. So I've been waiting for one wheel because I'm updating the backplate on my Ender 5 Plus, which shares the same geometry for its head mounting as many of the other Ender series. So yeah, I'm pleased about that. So all these holes are obviously going to give you different mounting options for the vslot rails. I've got those already. They're downstairs in the garage. I can put links onto those, but I've already opened those. Stop the video and go and get them. So that's nice. It's just like Christmas. Okay, these are stepper drivers, I believe. Yes. Again, for the Astro mount, I think it was 4. So the drivers that you just saw a few products ago will fit in the top of that, and you can plug your stepper motor in there. So they are not numbered, but put the number on the screen for you. Good. 5 of them. I look forward to that because, you know, this is bringing together a lot of the things I enjoy doing. 3D printing I enjoy doing, more so the designing of the product than the 3D printing. But to see your 3D print come up from the bed is always very exciting. But this camera slider and the Astro mount, again, so it's 3D printing and coding. So yes, I'm looking at someone else's code, but then you can start looking through the code and then you can start learning what they're doing. Okay, so these are inserts again, but these are the 4mm ones, so I only bought a few of these. Probably always going to use 3mm, but I thought I'd get a variety for my upcoming projects. Wow, four or five more to go, then I can go and get the extrusions from downstairs. These are what are these bearings? These are more 66001 RS bearings. Maybe I double ordered and forgot to cancel one order because I've already had them bearings, haven't I? Where they've gone? But I'm sure I have. Okay, this might be electronics. Some spare nozzles. These weren't the cheapest. They give you a nice little book. Not sure what shop they've come from, but that's a nice coloured book. So I think I bought, yeah, they're not, oh yes they are stamped, I think. 0.2, I think I bought 0.2, 0.4, 0.6 and a 1. So these nozzles, that one should fit my Ultimaker, that one Ultimaker, and this one should fit the Reality printers. That's nice. It's in a nice little box. They're not going to get lost. So ready for my first clog, I suppose. I've got something to clear it out. So big box. What have I ordered? Yes, they are. These are the camera support rails, quick release rails. So they've come well packaged. Look at that. Well, that's nice and hefty. It feels nice in the hand. Obviously they're aluminium. To undo the clip and it, you know, slides up and down. So I noticed on here that, why did I buy this brand? There was something I really liked about it. It was, yes, it was, you can, this part has like end stops on. So when it's on the mount and it's, you know, done up and you're sliding it, it won't slide all the way out. That's what I liked about it. So it's got obviously a D-ring here, which I liked as well. So you don't always need a spanner to do it up. You've got 3 different positions that you can put your camera onto for balance. And then this part will go into the tripod. So yeah, I'm pleased about that. So I bought two. One's definitely for the Astro mount, and I bought the other one because I might be able to use that in the camera mount and camera slider. So yeah, a little bit of rubber there for anti-slip, a bubble level. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. That's nice. So the machining feels nice. So you can see this part is just open and closing to grip the mount. This should come out, assume somehow. Yeah. Just take that out and put it in whatever one you want for balance. So that can give you additional reach. Good. Happy days, as they say. Just got to get designing. What we got left? Two to go. Ah, yes. I hope these are a box of 100 screws, I hope. Find out if they all go over the desk. So, the articulated arms that you saw at the beginning. Oh, no, they're not. No. Three and 4mm T-nuts, I believe these are. 4mm, 3mm. So the both projects that I'm working on have vslot 20 by 20 or 20 by 40 profile. So these are used to secure things into it. You can 3D print these, but I want a good fixture. So that'll keep me going. I'm never going to use 100, but you can't buy less than 100 of some things. So, a box of air, I think this one is. Let's have a look. Can't for the life of me remember what this is going to be. Ah, yes. So I've treated myself to a crimping, or a ferrule crimping tool, and these are doublers. So I've got various sizes and colours. So, you know, you put your two wires in there, and you've got a square crimping tool which will crimp the ferrules, and they end up square. That's good. I'm afraid that my Allen bolts haven't arrived, so that project's going to have to wait. So let me just go and get the other two things that I've got downstairs, which came. Oh yes, there are a few more products from downstairs. So these are some feet on the Astro mount. They use 3D printed feet, but I thought I would have some of these articulated feet with slightly anti-slip feet. The Astro mount has M12 or M14. I can only find M10, so I'm going to have to rethread or redraw the Astro mount to allow me to use this thread, and I'm sure M10 is going to be perfectly fine for 3D printing, because I think it's not too far off. No, it's 2 or 3mm thinner than that thread, and when I finally got my tolerances set right, this did thread in there quite well. So that's good. So what else I did? I bought one of these Bowden tube cutters. It's not brilliant. I think I'd have to 3D print something to go with it because it's a little bit flexible in that direction. And when you put your Bowden tube in for trimming, you have to be very, very careful that the blade stays upright because you want to get a 90-degree face on your Bowden tube. So yeah, you get what you pay for. Not as nice as the Capricorn ones. I'm going to have to order some new Capricorn tubing for my 3D printer, so I might order a proper one. What else did we get? We got some... These are some drive gears and rollers, I think these were. Yep. I'm not sure about... Let's have a... Not too bad. But I was told that these are not Gates pulleys. And this is a Gates belt. And I was told that they are different profiles. But I thought a standard, if you're buying a standard GT2 6mm, they were the same profile. So I'd have to do some tests on that, get a stepper motor rigged up. I mean, that's gripping, but very hard to check this tooth profile. So that's rounded at the bottom. I'd have to check on the seller's link whether these are rounded or flat at the bottom. Maybe that's the difference between Gates and the standard belt. I do have some standard GT, a 2GT belt somewhere, and I just have to check the profile. I'm not sure whether you can see that. Can you see this? You see it's rounded. Anyway, that was another test, and I think these are plain rollers, if I remember right, but nicely packaged. No. So whether they're different diameters, I'm not sure. Can't remember why there's 2 packets. Again, maybe you have to order 10 at a time. But say further investigation into that. And I think that was it. Oh no, yes, this is what I went down for. So this is the aluminium profile that I purchased for the Astro Mount. These are flakes of the aluminium cutting, obviously, when they trimmed it. But I didn't want to open it because I wanted to see how well it is packaged. Cut it out. So the good thing about this seller is they are all covered in plastic, although you do get free aluminium chips. But obviously once you take the plastic off, it will come away. So these are not vslot rails. These are just standard extrusion rails because this is for the Astro Mount. So a wheel, these wheels are made for V-slot profiles, so this shouldn't run in here very nicely. I don't know whether it does. No. it barely fits in there. Although it does run, but with a proper V-slot, you get a deeper groove here. This is just a slight radius, so it's not 45 degrees for the wheels to run in. But I knew that when I was buying this, because I don't need the V-slot for the Astro mount. So I have got some V-slot on order to do the, what did I purchase? 2040 V-slot rail. It hasn't come yet, so I have to chase that up. But that's it. I think that's my mailbag over. So I will put all the product links down below. So if you want some, they will be affiliate links, as they've all come from AliExpress. So if you would kindly use those, it just helps me out. Obviously I will get a small commission from that, cost you no extra. But yeah, happy days. I need to get building. I need to get my 3D printer up and running, but I'm waiting for some spare linear bearings to come, because the printer came with some horrible linear bearings, so I'm waiting for that. But there's a few upgrades I've been doing along the way, so that'll be another video. Happy days. That's Andy saying thanks for watching my first mailbag. Good afternoon.